We've got none other than celebrity tag top chef. Rexus is coming to light this box up, and I hope my box is big enough for him to light our fires on tonight. Welcome, Rexus. Welcome.
Thank you so much. What's going on, everybody? Shout out to the room. How's everybody feeling today?
We're doing great.
I need
Rexus,
my
tell
energy
us
drinks.
a little bit about yourself. Who are you? And then we'll get into the show. And then, of course, you got something special for us that you're going to serve up for us on
Yeah,
tonight.
we cooking today.
Yeah, we could.
So I've been on the app since maybe mid-December. I come from a different app, but we love it here. I am ex-military, Air Force, 10 years prior military. Like I said, I've been here since January. And we're coming up on like right now a 3 month time frame where we came up with the idea of a show called Executive Chef Wars, where two chefs actually cook in my live for 1 hour. They have to use three pre-selected ingredients. The ingredients for this week are, let's see, we're doing lamb, mint, and corn. So they're going to cook live for 1 hour. It's up to them, whatever they cook. At the end of the day, they just simply have to feature those three prime ingredients.
Okay.
We do have our three pre-selected judges this week. So shout out to Top Shelf, which is our head judge. Shout out to ATL and shout out to Nico, which will actually be coming out to judge the competition.
Nice.
But yeah, we do that every single week at 6 p.m. But you know what? I wanted to make y'all a steak tonight. Like I'm feeling some steak, and it's the steak vibe for me.
So it's a five-star
So
restaurant, music lounge, creative vibe.
yeah,
So our top chef said he's going to bring us a steak. All right. We're in your hands.
I got. Oh, she said bring the hands. All right, so let's go ahead and get on down here. Today I'm actually doing a reverse sear technique. Reverse sear technique is whenever you actually have a
Now, do
steak
you need access to another box, or are you good?
nah, I'm good. I have both of them in both positions, but we're good so far. We should be
Okay.
able to pull it off.
Salute to everybody.
Reverse seared steak is whenever you cook your steak low and slow at the very beginning of it, and then you finish it off with some butter, some rosemary, some thyme, some garlic, and you basically just finish getting that sear. So it cooks in the oven very slowly at an extremely low temperature. Right now we're doing it for 270 degrees or 275 degrees. We've been doing it right about since the show starts. It'll take about 20 minutes to get it right about to a rare. And then right about another maybe 30-35 minutes if you like your steak to taste anything better than rare. But I don't know what that is because we
So
only
how
get
do
our
you like
steak
it there?
medium rare. If it comes anything more than medium rare, you're getting your steak back. I'm sorry. we pay for the meat, not necessarily for you to cook it to death. I love the flavor in the meat, and that's all. And that always comes with making sure you're buying high quality meat with good ingredients. With the amount of time I wanted to go ahead and get my steak in the oven, so it's already been in there, kind of doing its thing for 20 minutes. But we are going to finish it off here for you. So, like I said, today we are going to do a New York strip because I want to do a New York strip. The marbling in this steak is phenomenal. So that means ultimately at the end of the day, it will be tender. We are going to serve it over some spinach with a medley of mushrooms. We got shiitake mushrooms. We got portobello.
Ooh.
We're going to be cooking that in a little bit of bacon, and that's going to be the bed. We're going to serve our steak right on top. So let's put this bad boy down. And honestly, I may actually request a box with my second one just so you guys aren't staring at pans for the rest of the day. But let's at least get this bad boy flipped around and let's get cooking. So the first thing that's very important anytime you're cooking anything is an extremely hot pan. Both these pans are extremely hot. They've been warming up for quite some time because I cook on high heat. I believe at high heat you can get the best out of it, and especially when it comes to your steak, you want it to be seared. You don't want it to sit there. You want it to simmer. So this cast iron pan will be extremely hot. I am going to start on the bedding first because it's going to be about 3 parts. I'm going to actually put the fat in first, then we're going to do the mushrooms, and then we're going to do everything else. So we're going to, as I said, we're going to start with the fatty part because at the end of the day, you do need a little bit of fat.
Woo! Yes. Come on, bacon.
Bacon just to get it started. I understand there are some people who,
Ham.
oh, you know, bacon is just not my thing. Figure out another fat, but Rexsus eats bacon. So that's what we're doing today. Just like any red meat, I believe that red meat should always be paired with a good red wine. So for me, we are going to do a red wine today.
I'm glad you said so. I'm ready.
I decided to go with something simple, nothing too crazy. We're going to do a Stella Rosa Black today. What you got over there?
Go.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to do a Stella Rosa Black today. We're not going to be too crazy. I do want some sort of a sweet flavor. So at the end of the day, the steak is going to be very savory. It is going to sit on the palate. It's not as greasy as a ribeye, but it will still sit on the palate.
Okay, great.
So that's the reason why it's actually not too bad to always kind of have an alcohol of some sort there, because it does help to cut the palate and also cleanse the palate. So yeah, today we're going to do a red wine. So cheers. Shout out to the room.
Cheers.
So this part is very simple. The steak itself will actually be the last part that we're going to do. Because at the end of the day, you want the steak to be hot. This steak will probably take me at this temperature, maybe about 8 minutes to finish off. Keep in mind, the steak has already been cooking. It's been cooking at a very low and slow temperature. So it's already pretty much cooked. What we're trying to do at the end of the day is finish it and get that nice crust and actually seed in the rest of the flavor. I actually put a house seasoning on my steaks. You can use many different rubs for steaks. I use a house seasoning on mine, which I call Rexsus seasoning. It's been a seasoning that I've been using for, I'd say, easily over 15 years. It works very well.
So will we be able to buy that, or what? What's going on with that?
You can actually. Most of the reds in my room already, whenever I first came on here, I gave them that option. But yes, you can get it. Like I said, my IG is in the bio. Hit me on the IG. But yes, you can get that seasoning. There's Nico. Shout out to one of the judges of the Executive Chef Awards for the weekend. What's up, Nico?
Salute. Salute to everybody joining us. You guys are checking out Creative Vibes. It is our Grooves and Grub Lounge, and we've got in the box Executive Top Chef Rexsus. He's also the host of Executive Chef Wars here on the app that can be seen every Saturday, and you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, you're in for a treat. Two chefs go head to head, and Rexsus, are you you're kind of moderating it, but you have judges that come in to actually tally up who's going to be the winners and how it goes?
Correct. Every week I try to introduce 2 additional judges. The only judge that is pretty much constant is Top Shelf. She is our featured judge. And then we try to rotate out through two judges every single week. We try to do additional 2 different judges. Honestly, at the end of the day, anybody can be a judge, but really it's some of those people like before the show got started. You know what I mean? I've always appreciated everybody in this community. And like those people who like saw me before everything, like I'm really trying to find a way to give back. And that's the reason why I kind of created Executive Chef Wars. I wanted to find a way to give back to the community that has taken such good care of me.
Man, I don't want anybody to miss this. Let's throw some emojis in the chat, get some more eyeballs over here. I know the gunny games are going on, but let's get some more eyeballs over here. If you got the plate emoji, you got the food emoji, let's drop some emojis in the chat. Move this chat a little bit.
So that right there, our bacon is pretty much done already. So we're just simply going to move that off to the side. Honestly, I don't even know if I even need the bacon, but this grease.
You always need the bacon. Grease. Come on now.
I don't know what I want to do with this bacon yet. You know, I could chop it up into pieces and put it over. I don't know yet. We got to figure this out. But all these goodness at the bottom, we are going to use. You remember those mushrooms that we told you about? We got a whole medley of mushrooms. So we have shiitakes, we have oyster mushrooms, we have portobello mushrooms. We're going to toss those right in there as we start to kind of layer in the flavors. It's always a good idea anytime you're cooking, like layer your flavors. That means every single thing that we cook, we're adding a flavor to it. You don't want it to be the exact same of what you're cooking. You want it to be different, to where every single time you bite into it, you're tasting something different. So this is already going to have kind of background flavor of bacon. So I know I got a savory taste with the steak. So I'm actually going to
It's
go
almost
more
gonna have a
herbs.
salty. I mean, it's gonna already have like the salt.
Correct. All that salt is already going to be there because of the bacon. So honestly, in this recipe, I'm really not going to use any salt whatsoever, actually. Because like I said, the bacon is pretty much already going to give us all that saltiness that we need. So we're going to roll that around just a little bit. And then we're going to add in some shallots.
Yes.
We're going to add in a little bit of this green onions. Oh, I'm sorry, red onions. I like red onions. They're a little bit sweeter. They last a little bit longer.
They do. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And then last but not least, we're going to add in a little bit of Mama's favorite, because I know I'm originally from South Carolina, born and raised. So yeah, I'm a Carolina boy.
Okay.
My mom used to get me every single time, and she used to add some sherry vinegar. Sherry goes good with anything. So we're gonna put that in there. We're gonna let that alcohol cook out real quick.
Right.
And at this point in time, this is done. I don't want to cook it all the way through, because like I said, I still want the vegetables to kind of have their flavor and maintain their flavor. If you cook them too much, yeah, it ain't gonna work.
Right.
But now the fun part, because I'm telling you right now, I can plate here in like maybe the next 10 minutes actually, because we're almost done. But it's about to get a little. Yeah, I'm sorry for y'all. If y'all are hungry, if y'all have not eaten today, it's about to get pretty bad. So I do apologize. So this is our ribeye this is our New York strip that we went with. Like I said, we did pre-cook it prior at a very low temperature, 275 degrees. We've held it in there for about 20 minutes. So this is where our steak is right now. But now we're going to get the sear. This pan is extremely hot. This is your grandmom's cast iron pan. The reason why I decided to use cast iron pan as compared to the ceramic is because cast iron pans naturally have like little bumps in it. To where it's not just a flat surface. I want to get kind of that difference in consistency when it comes to the steak.
I love it.
Oh yeah, no, there's nothing better. So what I want to start with first, let's put a little bit of oil in there, because we are going to burn this just a little bit. So we're going to get a little bit of oil. It is going to get smoky in here. I'm telling you, it will get smoky because this is hot.
Here? It's about to get hot here. Okay.
It's about to get very hot. So we're going to let that kind of move around just a little bit. We're going to back this up. Okay. We're going to add in a little bit of butter. So the reason why I added in the oil before the butter, if you add in the butter right away, you're going to burn your butter.
Right.
So because the pan is so hot, if you complement it with oil first and let that handle it, the butter will finish it off. So we're going to put in our butter. Keep in mind, as you can see, I took it off the heat just kind of to control where that heat is. We're going to take it off the heat just real quick, but we're ready now. That right there, I just wanted to make sure that the temperature was perfect. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our steak, and we're going to put it in there. And the most important thing, we're not going to touch it.
I need to add.
We're going to put that steak in there. And we're going to leave it. We're not going to touch it whatsoever. We're going to leave it. Don't move it around. Don't flip it. Don't think about it. Don't poke it. Leave it.
Just let it.
How hot? Just let it do its thing. Actually, right now we're cooking at a medium-high temperature. Like we're past medium. We're like medium-high. Like I need that bad boy to be hot. In our downtime, of course, shout out to the room. We are doing red wine because that is the perfect pairing with a steak or any sort of red meat. Seafood is more white wine, but a steak, we're doing a sweet red. What you got over here? Is that sweet? Is that bitter? What do you like?
I got red. I pulled out all three. I wasn't sure what you were going to pair it with. So I had white wine, red wine, and then I had a non-alcoholic beverage for those who are celebrating sobriety. So I had some different options for our customers here at Creative Vibe Music Lounge, where we're getting into this grub and groove.
Oh, I got some water and I got some juice too. Like, who we drinking with?
If we could smell, I think it smells good.
I know we need some smelling stream in there, but it's about to get way worse.
Scratch and sniff.
Get way worse.
It's getting worse.
All right, so we're gonna flip this bad boy right back over. We're going to move our toppings back over here because we're about to take those out here in just a second. We're going to flash fry the spinach. So the reason why I say flash fry is because spinach will wilt down into nothing. So if you put a very hot pan, you just do it really quickly. That's what's going to maintain that extremely vibrant color on your spinach.
Okay.
Which is exactly what you want. You want your spinach to still be green. It is possible.
Spinach. I got caught up into the steak. Okay, yes.
I know. I'm trying. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna put that steak over here in just a minute. Then it's about to get bad. You're gonna be mad at me in a second.
Pull that steak out. Pull that steak out. Salute to everybody in the room. I'm going to give my special shout out right quick. Is that okay while you're doing that?
Hey, do your thing.
Do my thing. Okay. Salute to Anointed Vessel, Tag Temple, Big Reds, a big Red, Butter, Nico, Ambition Queen, Medusa, Aqua Drip, Prince Jr., Moses, Supreme, Professor's Flag, Sanja, CEO Danita, Arkita, Lady Shay, Speak Now, Ziploc, Scooby, Cosplayer, Big Pink. That's our top 20 supporters for this stream. And so shout out to everybody else that's in the stream. We see you. And this looks good. Hello. Hey, money maker.
All right. So we're going to add in our butter now. We're going to add in fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, fresh garlic.
Ooh. Oh, no, he didn't. Fresh rosemary? Yes, sir.
We're going to add in just a little bit more butter than what we have in there.
Okay. Oh, this looks good. Salute, Dream Team, Judge Nikki, I see you.
And now we're going to get just a, now we got to get in there just a little bit.
I'm drooling, y'all.
Grab this bad boy because this thing is hot.
Myself together here.
Or let that go. We're just going to start to baste our steak with all that butter, all that oil, everything else is coming off with it. That's what we're going to cook our steak with.
This is not a dry steak, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Look at butter in the comments.
So you have your oil, you have your rosemary, you have your thyme, all that stuff in there, which is going to really start to infuse that steak. So yes, you did cook it slow at the beginning, but this is pretty much where you finish off all your flavors.
Wow. Wow. That looks amazing.
Like I said, we're just tipping the pan. We're going to lay it back down because every single time you flip it.
Judge.
I can. I got dry ice. We got packaging.
Keep the room clean, guys. Keep the room clean.
We've been working on it. So we're going to make sure that that thyme and that rosemary stays in the butter because as we turn, as we flip, it's going to start to infuse that. And keep in mind, butter is also just a little, it's not even just a little butter, it's salt. We are using a sweet cream butter today. So not your regular butter. We're using kind of a sweet cream butter today. It's going to add a little bit of sweetness, savoriness. All right, so I can say right now that steak's done. So we're going to grab a second rack. On top of that one right here.
Okay.
We're going to grab another set of tongs because we want to keep everything clean, nice and sterile. I'm just going to cut right at this point in time. I'm just going to kind of cook through the rest of it. It's got that little fat cap on the side, so I'm going to stand it up on the side. We're going to cook off that fat cap. Because at the end of the day, we're not going to eat that fat, but we are going to cook it. Shout out to the room if you guys are typing. We cook it, so I can't quite see it.
They
but
are
I'm here.
love.
No disrespect
You want to get it
to
FedEx to them.
I'm sorry if I'm not reading the comments. I'm here. No disrespect to anybody. We just cooking, so I'm not really watching. But I appreciate y'all and love you all. We're gonna put that bad boy over again.
Make sure y'all don't miss his show on Saturdays. Executive Chef Wars, one of our newest featured shows. Oh man. Medusa, I'm gonna have you request the box as we continue on this journey. He's not going to reveal this vibe just yet, guys. I know y'all ready for him to reveal that vibe, but he's not going to reveal it just yet. Medusa, if you
not just yet.
Request
we're going to set this. We're going to set the stock off to the side, and we're going to let it rest until we're ready to plate.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to bring Medusa up while I still have you up in the box. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So it's a party. It's a party. Sherry.
Sherry.
Everybody continue
Medusa,
cooking.
thank
We're
you
gonna
so
start
much.
on that.
Have you been seeing?
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Rexsus is
Yes, I have.
his doggone
It's
thing.
making me hungry. I didn't eat yet, so.
I'm gonna pause your simmering for us right now while we get into a few questions with Medusa. First of all, thank you once again for being our special
Thank
guest
you.
and
Thank you, Tall.
share your singing talents with us. You're also a top badge, so tell us a little bit about something about Medusa that most people don't know. Tell us something
Um,
about Medusa that most people don't know.
was something that people don't know about me. Let me think. I'm a history nerd. I do like history a lot. I'm very smart. I would say I'm very into history. Aside from doing singing covers on live, I actually do write music and I do record, and I am working on my debut album as well.
Wow, congratulations on that. What
Thank
would you
you.
say since you're a history buff? What was your favorite era or your favorite
Um,
segment of history to study?
I'm a big fan of like law. I'm a big fan of like law, like the laws that were made in America and the laws in different states and things like that. I like to know about like restrictions and stuff like that. I would say that's probably where I'm more
So you're
into.
that friend.
You
Friend.
can't do that. Yeah. That's me. Yeah. That is
They
me.
trying to figure out, listen, I did make it to court, but I wasn't, so they trying to figure out stuff. So guys, we're checking out
Yes.
Medusa and you've been a top badge on the app. Now you said that you actually
Yes.
write music. You got your day. Is this gonna be your first solo project or have you
Yes, it is.
okay.
Yes, it's gonna be my first.
Do you have an anticipated release date or how you looking with that?
I told my supporters I am dropping a single this month. I don't have an exact date on it. I'm waiting on an engineer to finish mixing and mastering the song for me to my liking. But I will be putting something out no later than August 31st.
Okay. How would you say the pandemic has either enhanced or helped you being a creative? Did you have more time? Did you find yourself having more time to create? Or
It was tough. It was tough. I mean, when the pandemic hit, I was going through a lot of things. So, honestly, I did shy away from the music because one thing about me, I love to write music, but it can be very hard to write about what you're going through, like the negative things. I write about the positive, but writing about the negatives could be difficult for me. So, it took me some time to find that balance. I feel like I've been doing more of that this year than I was last year. But yeah, the pandemic was tough. It has been tough as it is still going
well,
on.
congratulations on your
Thank you.
forthcoming album. Please keep us posted. I know that um you are also guilty of creating content on the app. You want to tell us a
Yes.
little bit about some of the content shows that you've been creating and
Yes, I
explore?
do
I've
have a
seen some of
show.
your flyers. What kind of things have you been getting into over here, Medusa?
So I do have a show in my live that's ran bi-weekly on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern called The Roast Show. Comedy heads. It's for people. It's a positive event where popular streamers volunteer to get roasted. So each week that I do it, which is a bi-weekly segment, it's based on a certain streamer. Preferably more popular streamers, and I do have a range of people that come to my live and just random request the box and roast and
Thank you
stuff.
to all
But
the gifters that are coming in. We
yes, the
appreciate
roast
you.
show will resume next week on August 12th at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, all right. Make sure y'all check out Medusa and all that she has. Now you were a part of.
Thank
They
you.
had a talent show that they did here. What was your
Yes, I
experience
was.
to be a part of that? Weren't you like a finalist, or did you win that contest?
I will not lie. That was probably the most eye-opening event I've ever pushed myself to do on tag. I originally wasn't gonna do it. I get nervous being in people's box when it's not my live. I can get a little nervous,
I hear that a lot. I hear
and
that a lot.
doing that, it pushed me to take my talents to another level. It showed me like if I could do something like this, then you ready to do something like on American Idol or The Voice or just even pushing your music out and gaining a fan base off of it. So I did do Conceited contest. I was a finalist in it, and that is actually the event that got me my top badge. So shout out to that. I wouldn't have got it without it. I know
It
I
was a
wouldn't
great
have.
opportunity for you to be seen, and
Thank
you
you.
did your thing. You did
Thanks
your
so
thing.
much.
Congratulations on that. What has the journey been like creating a vibe in your lives since having your top badge?
It's been ups and downs. There's a lot of cons, but there are so many more pros to having a top badge. I actually got my top badge the day before Halloween, which is my favorite holiday. So it's been a cool little journey. October is gonna be a good month for me. I'm gonna celebrate it then. But
Okay, and
it's
Medusa, you
been good.
participated in our event last month. We're doing it again in August, and so I'm just throwing that out there. You feel me?
You
August,
can add me to it
August,
anytime. I
August
really love what you do.
27th is our tag teal carpet where we actually celebrate new badges, as well as badge anniversaries, new show hosts. It's been hot in here. Hot in here. Tell us, who has been your greatest influence, whether on the app or off the app, Medusa?
Um, I could say both. If I could say I have a greatest influence off the app, it would be LeBron James. That's my guy. I'm a big LeBron fan. I love him to death. I feel like he sets a tone with how I would like to move, not just, with my career, but in life. I think he does a lot of great things for people. So that would be my influence. If I could say I had an influence on the app, honestly, my best friend, Lil Mama, she has pushed me days where I didn't want to go live. She's pushed me to go live, and things that I've gone through on and off the app. She's been there for me. So shout out to her. I love
It's
her to
always
death.
great to have that one person that can push you, in the right direction and, just give you that gentle nudge. So shout out
Yes.
to those supporters. And I'm sure you do the same thing for others.
Yeah.
I've
Absolutely.
I've seen you being a light to others. All right. Well, final words to people who may have thought about giving up on streaming and giving up on their dreams, what final words of inspiration could you give them as they're trying to find their way back to creating a vibe, whether it's in their life or in their stream?
With everything you do in life, you can accomplish anything with consistency. Whether that's getting a badge or getting the job, I feel like with consistency and hard work and dedication, you can do anything, especially on this app. I went days, I literally only missed maybe like 7 days of streaming before I got a top badge. And I do not regret that. I put in a lot of work. I definitely wanted it. I value it still. And if anybody else wants to get one, just keep putting in that work. Don't let anything or what anyone might say slow you down. With success, there is a pack of haters. So, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open for all of that. But you could do anything on this app with consistency, hard work, and dedication. Don't feel like you need anybody, honestly. Just, honestly. You don't need anybody. Just when you get something on your own, you really respect it. Like,
You can do it, put your mind to it. If you can think it, you
yeah,
can dream it, you can do it. Thank you so much,
absolutely.
Medusa. You're not going anywhere just yet. You're actually going to help to close out this vibe as we're actually opening up the Creative Vibe Music Lounge. It's about to get plated. It's about to go crazy. We've got Chef Rexsus in the box, and he's about to reveal this vibe on the plate. And we're going to do the backdrop. Man, what do we have? What do we have, Chef? What do we have?
All
Ooh.
right, so we're plating our spinach. It's got red onions, it's got shiitake, it's got a little bit of bacon grease in there. So we're plating our spinach right now. We're going to build it kind of high on the back end, pretty much like a pillow to rest our nice steak over the top. We are heating up our butter right now because, yeah, that butter's still in there.
Oh man.
So kind of like a pillow. It kind of thins out like right towards the tip. So we're going to form that real quick.
Woo. That look good, Medusa. I don't know about you. That
It
looks
does
good.
look good.
We're going to take our
Man.
steak and go just kind of right over the bottom of it. Right about there so you can still see what ingredients we've added to it.
Wow.
We're going to take our lemon. We're going to put that lemon that we just finished up right there. We're going to take a little bit of this butter that we've cooked down. It's going to go right over the steak and kind of give it that nice glaze.
Ooh.
And And then we're going to come in here with our garlic and our thyme and our rosemary, all that stuff that we've been cooking up.
Woo! That looks good, y'all.
Some fresh thyme, some fresh rosemary, a little bit of everything on there to kind of show the plate.
That's beautiful.
And then we're going to finish off right.
Flavor development.
Just a little bit of the flavor profiles that we had already built. Some people like fresh rosemary with their steak. So I'm simply going to put just a little bit of fresh rosemary right on the side. And we're going to finish the plate off. It does need a little bit more red for perfect plating. So we're going to put in just a little bit of house seasoning. Also, I like my stuff just a little peppery. So I'm going to finish it off with just a little bit of that red pepper.
Yes.
Perfectionist.
Yes, it is.
And then we're honestly going to put in just a quick crack of salt right over the top. Today, I'm going to use a different kind of salt. I don't know if you guys have ever heard it. This salt is called velvet salt. It's a salt that actually gets in grape. So that's the reason. So that's what gives it its purple color. The sodium is low, but velvet salt is just slightly salty. So you don't have to worry about getting that butter. But as you get into that first taste, you'll get a little bit of kind of what we call umami. It's just a little bit of, you have the acidity, you have the sharpness, you have the butter, the savoriness. So like I say, it'll create a natural umami flavor right on top. But to create my vibe, this is dinner.
Amazing. Amazing. Can we just applaud you? Hello. Oh my goodness, that is just amazing. So without further ado, I think it's also time to reveal that vibe. That's why we've got to reveal our vibe back here, our restaurant. I want to give a special shout out and prayers going out to our very own vibeologist, reveal that vibeologist. She wasn't able to be with us on today, but she created these cute little waitress outfits for us for the restaurant. Thank you so much. So special shout out to my royalty. She couldn't be with us today, but she did create this vibe of this outfit. So let's see what the restaurant looks like.
Oh, okay, I see you. I see you.
That's dope.
Will you be using the black card or the?
I see you. Okay, let's go.
Oh man, it's always a vibe. We got to get your face back on here, Rexsus. Man, the plate looks amazing, but we've got to get you to say some final words to everyone before we get Medusa to sing us off. This has been a treat, guys. This has been a treat.
Let's see.
Make sure you don't miss his show. I'm telling you, please give us final words of inspiration to everyone. Like, maybe they're an aspiring chef, or maybe they want to get into the kitchen a little bit more. Maybe give them some words of encouragement, or maybe they just can't cook and you want to give them a kind word.
At the end of the day, what I will say is a lot of people get so discouraged because we watch other streamers. Like, I want to be just like that streamer right there. I want to do just what they do. And we forget that what makes streaming so amazing is each individual room. As they say, wait, watch out in these streets. But every single house you go into, it looks different. The furniture is different. The people are different. The family is different. Don't necessarily worry about what everybody else is doing to be great. Find your own thing and find your own energy and be great within yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing your own thing, they will come. Because you only want the people who are there for your vibe, what you're trying to create. You know what I mean? This other streamer could be great, but their people might not be my people. It looks different for everybody. So don't be afraid to be an individual on this app, because at the end of the day, individuality stands out. So So I challenge everybody to be an individual. Create your own content. Do what you want to do. Don't worry about how many diamonds you have. Don't worry about your level. Don't worry about what color your badge is. Just simply do you. At the end of the day, if you're doing you and it's genuine, you're doing it for the right reasons, everything else comes with it.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Salute. And
X.
thank you so much for being our special guest, Rexsus Medusa. Close us out. Welcome everybody to the Creative Vibe Music Lounge, where we got into the grooves with Medusa and the grub with Rexsus. Make sure you don't miss their shows. Make sure you tap in and favorite them. Thank you so much. I love you all. Medusa, take us away.
Thank you, love. Get in there, Medusa.
Shout out to all the beautiful queens in the live. She's just a girl and she's on fire. This girl is on fire.
Rexsus, special thanks to you. And remember, until next week, your haters can't stop you. Your trolls can't stop you. Keep on creating
Period. I like that.
your vibe. It's your vibe. It's your vibe. Next week, don't tell nobody, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But it's a Vegas theme next week. We'll see you next week. Please support these wonderful streamers and their streams. Thank you so much for being my special guest. We're going to come back and do an after show. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.